So, I actually recently started listening to different affirmations, and it really does make a difference. Like, I know people are like, affirmations, but listening to recordings and tracks of I am powerful, I am enough, I am amazing, I am awesome, it really does something to your morning, especially me not necessarily being a morning person, but I get up for work, after work at 9:30, which may not be early for some people, but it is for me. So when I wake up now, like I try to wake up 8:45, 9 o'clock, I make myself some tea and I'll just go on YouTube. I'll find a TED Talk affirmation, or I'll go on Apple Music. I'll find a podcast, and I also will share them with one of my best friends. I've known her since the 9th grade. And so by me, you know, she was going through different things and I was going through things. I was like, we both can't be going through things at the same time because we can't support. So I started sending her affirmations that I was listening to. And so now, just in like the last couple of weeks of us doing that, I was busy this week, so I didn't get to send them, but she's sending me affirmations now to listen to. And so it just creates that culture of healing and of elevation and of getting out of that place. So I would definitely say, you know, even if you don't listen to affirmations, write your own affirmations. Even if it's just one a day, write one positive thing about yourself and say that to yourself all day. Find moments of peace, of silence, of true stillness. Growing up, I liked being alone, but I was also surrounded by a lot of family, so they were like, oh, why don't you want to be with your family? But what I've learned in this ripe old age of 26 is having those moments of peace and stillness just allow you to realign yourself. They allow you to reset. If you are religious, it allows you to really just tune everything out and focus on what it is you need to hear or what it is you need to be doing. If you're not religious, it's just a moment for you to rest. It's a moment to just take a step back, because we're constantly on the go. We're constantly doing things. And even when we sleep, we're not always getting this restful sleep. So whenever you make intentional time for yourself, like, hey, between 2 and 2:30, phone is off, I'm off, I'm here, it really does keep you grounded and it keeps you centered, and it allows you to get a deeper sense and meaning of who you are as a person and yourself.
You just made me think of something, because we're both like around the same age. Do you think the phone like hurts our kind of like getting our peace a lot?
I think it depends on what you do on your phone. I think it depends on what you're feeding yourself.
Right.
If you stay on Shade Room, because it is easy. Like, again, like I work from home, so I'm literally sitting at my desk 8 hours a day, and it's very easy for me in between calls to like, or on my break, hop on Shade Room, and before I know it, I've literally spent my whole 15-30 minute break scrolling through Shade Room, reading all this different stuff. So I think it's very important that you are aware of what you're feeding yourself. So if you're on your phone and again you're listening to podcasts, or you're looking at a TED Talk, or you're reading an ebook or something like that, it's positive material that you're feeding into yourself. So in those instances, your cell phone is allowing you to do that. But again, if you're just scrolling through posts and you're just bouncing from app to app and whatever,
what other people are doing,
exactly,
like,
now exactly, now you're comparing yourself. Now you're like, man, bump this job. Like, you gotta just be aware. Like, and I feel like, you know, a lot of parents, depending on who your parents tell you, you are who you hang out with. Birds of a feather flock together. It's the same thing in the material. As you get older, what you're feeding yourself. If you continue to feed yourself negative material, if you surround yourself with negative material, you will be a negative person. You can be the most positive person in the world, but if all you're getting is negative energy, negative content put into you, then eventually that's the only thing that you're going to be able to spew out. So just be aware. Actions and words.
Definitely. So before we get out here, Mom, you got any questions you want to ask?
Yes, I had two. One was about the meaning. Do you have a meaning behind your name? Does it have a meaning? Because it's a beautiful name.
Thank you. I've been told, don't quote me, I've been told that Jahmai is French for I like or I love. I don't know how real that is because I am not French. My mother named me. My name is actually Antonia Jhamai Melendez. My first name, Antonia, is after my father. That's the name that I put on my applications. That's how I get the job. But Jhamai is like, that's my artist name. That's like who I am. That's who I show up as. So it's definitely like the duality, I guess, of my personality.
Okay, so there you go. So then this one of the things I love, alter ego. So
yes.
Alter ego?
Yes, 100%.
That's the favorite one.
Yes, like and it's because I went by different names going through school. Like first I was Antonia, then I was Tonya, then I was AJ, then I was Applejacks. So when I got to college, I was like, I want to be Jahmai. I was like, that's who I feel like. And so I was in like this little organization. So I show up ready to be myself. I'm like, hi, I'm Jahmai. And they're like, nice to meet you. And I was like, because people in my family growing up, they always call me May. I'm Maybelle, all, you know. Yeah. I had never been called Ja until 2013, whenever I started college. And this person that Ja is and that I became, I've never known myself more. And it was so crazy because I was just like, I became Ja. It was like, hey, what's up, Ja? How are you, Ja? And I was just like, actually, I'm kind of feeling this. So definitely, my name is Jahmai. I will introduce myself as Jahmai, but I will also go by Ja. And I mean, you know, J-A-H is in Rastafari, you know, means God. And I definitely feel like I allow God to move through me, and I definitely ask that God orders my steps always. And he allows me to be a light to others as I am a light to myself, and I can lead by example. So that might be part of the reason why I feel more like Ja, because I feel more in touch with God. I feel closer to God in this phase and in this area of life because I seek him in all that I do. But that's my name.
And you know, it fits because like this is my first time meeting you in person, and it's like something. It's just like a warmth.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
It's like it feels warm. like you bring a light. You definitely bring a light.
You.
Just beautiful. It's like inside and outside, and you meet people, and they might be beautiful on the outside, but they don't have both. And you embody it.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. And then my last question is about your tattoo. Does it have a meaning behind it?
Oh yes, because it's so big, right? So this tattoo, this was probably one of my biggest lessons, and I was actually with my business partner when I went through this lesson, and how can I say this? What can I say? I made decisions that I was fully aware and conscious of. I'm very much a control freak. I like to, because I'm like, if I don't do it, it doesn't get done right. If I do, So I just thought that a certain situation was going to go a certain way, and it did not. And it was very traumatic for me because I had never been in such a space of feeling lonely, of feeling like a failure, of feeling like I had let so many people down. And so a couple of weeks prior to whenever the situation happened, I had met this tattoo artist. He was tattooing. He was also like a graphic designer, things like that. And so he would come over to my house and he would literally just draw on my legs with markers. Like I would just let him draw and practice and sketch different things out. And so one of the things I told him I wanted, I was like, I really want a phoenix. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, but when I learned about the phoenix, I loved the idea of this being rising from its ashes. I love the idea of it getting to the end of its life, of it combusting into flames and then being reborn from ashes. So after that situation happened, I literally came home and I was like, I need you to put this phoenix on me right now. Right. And so the phoenix was only supposed to be on my thigh, but whenever he actually sketched it out, it ended up going, it's literally from the top of my hip all the way down to my ankle. And so the place that I was in was just so deep. I was like, just do it. Just do it. I need to feel it. Just do it. And so after 2 sessions, he had done the top and he had done the bottom. And I just felt like a new person. Like I just felt like this is so crazy. This is so outrageous because I have several tattoos, but again, being aware of the business that I'm in and stuff, a lot of them are hidden. You can't see them. So this one is just like you can see it. Like I'm in Walmart, I'm in my shorts, I'm chilling, and someone's like, oh my God, that tattoo on your leg.
I used to be real insecure
So-
about my tattoos. Like I didn't want to, like when you go to certain places.
Yeah,
you
because people, they want to look, they want to
Yeah,
touch, they want
yeah.
to ask questions. And I didn't realize how big of a statement, I guess you could say it was, until a year later, because he worked on it at that time, and then a whole year went by, and I was like, okay, let's have another session. And he's in the session, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this thing is so big. I said, it's really, and I realized, I realized just where I was. I was like, dang, I got all this work done. So it's just a constant reminder of one, I can literally overcome any and every situation that I go through because I am that phoenix. I will always rise from any mistake, from any setback, from any whatever it may be. Even whenever it's a good thing that happens, even whenever it's an opportunity, I'm like, okay, great, hit this goal, burn it, ash it. Let's go on to the next thing. So it's my biggest and it's my favorite. Yeah, so that's the story behind that.
Nice. So before we get out of here, I have a new show coming on our Patreon channel. It's called Talks with Her. So I'm gonna ask you a question. It's basically just surrounding the new show. So what would you tell, if it's one thing you could tell a female that's growing up, what would you tell them to look out for?
Look out for
like. So when you're growing up, what are some of the things that
you mean like in these men?
Yeah, it could be that, or life in general.
Oh, okay, because if I'm gonna say life, if it's life, I'm gonna say be intentional. If it's these men, I'm gonna still probably say be intentional. I will. My advice would be, it's almost like 3 parts. Be intentional, know your worth, and know that you are enough. I would probably say the biggest thing is know that you are enough. There's literally nothing that you could do more or less of to get somebody to love you more or less. Who you are, as you are, where you are, truly is all you ever need to be. Have personal goals, of course, continue to grow, continue to strive, but whenever it comes, I believe whenever it comes to someone loving you and accepting you, be that a friend, a family member, a lover, even a job, like show up as yourself always. Because I guarantee who you are will always be enough.
I wanted to create that show based off of, women having a voice. Cause I feel like sometimes as men, we tend to not listen.
You said y'all don't listen?
Yeah, we tend to not listen.
You said y'all don't listen? I just want to make sure. One more time?
We tend to not listen.
Okay.
And we tend to try to, overpower y'all voices. So with this new show, I want to create a chance where I'm not going to talk, and whoever, if the girl has a boyfriend or someone she wants to bring, they don't talk. All we're doing is listening to what you guys want to say, your voice. So,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to start. So you're the first person, hopefully you'll be the first guest one day when we start the show. Yeah.
Hit me up. Glad to come. Glad to support.
I got you. So is there anything else you want to tell the people before we out here?
Y'all can follow me on the Instagram. It's at official Jhamai. That's OFFICIALJHAMAI. Or you can search my hashtag, which is #JahFeelMe. That is JHA Feel Me. And that's all I got. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, no problem. This is David Lamont with What's This Podcast, episode 85, and we're out. Peace.